Hello everybody, we are going to be looking at a scenario, a scenario where civilization starts over. We are on episode 38, I believe, and in the last video we saw the AN do some more expanding, I think. We didn't see any Antarctica, or however you say it, exploration. The HCE was active for the first time in forever. Egypt got their old capital back, and Greece fell into a mini civil war, with them having a new a new autonomous region, as this area rebelled away, but they managed to convince them to not break away and instead just gain autonomy, as well as Cyprus and what's it called? This northern area break away. Did anything else happen? Also, some new economical alliances were made. And the first nuke was made. Anyways, if you like this scenario, don't forget to like and subscribe, because it makes me feel happy. Anyways, let's get on with the thing, because the first thing is going to be a bit interesting. If I can just... Okay. We now have 20 layers. Hold on, let me just... Okay. This is going to be the sphere of influence layer. And that is going to be a bit special, because it's going to be showing countries and their spheres of influence. Because a few countries have pretty big influences. For example, the Franco-Iberians, who have, if I can give them a nice colour, they have all of this. Pretty big. Then if we go, by the way, just so you can see, it's not the whole thing. Anyways, next country is Norway. They have a pretty big sphere of influence. For example, they have Finland. I press Control. They have Finland, Denmark. They have Ireland, Copenhagen, Estonia, Leningrad. I forgot what you're called. And also I can't really be bothered to check. As well as the entirety of this country. And if I then just colour that in a nice colour. Let me give them a nice dark colour. You can see they have a pretty big sphere of influence. And I'm just going to continue going in my own time. So, one moment. Ta-da! I think I should show you whose influence all of these are. You can probably infer it. So over here in North America, all of this is Florida. In South America, it is actually a combining of this purple nation and this blue Brazilian nation. Also, I'm just going to leave the regular map on. In Africa, this is South Africa. This is the Yemenese Union, or whatever I want to call it. I forgot, but I know it's called Yemen. This one up here is Libya. This one over here is Niger, or Nigeria, whatever you want to call it. This blue one is Franco-Iberia. This purple one is Rome. This one is Greece. This pink one is... I said Portugal. It's Poland. This orangey one that spans across over, here, is Norway. This one, that's, right here, is actually, Caucasian, or, South Russia. They're small, but they are in the top 10, I think. This brown one is India. This red one is the Nation of Hope. Now that I'm looking at it, these guys have way too many C's. This one is Tanzania. I forgot to colour that in, but oh well. And there's been one area that I've been avoiding. This area over here, also, Franco-Iberia has this corner area. That's actually an Irish influence. Because the English had a lot of, like, they had a lot of manpower in Ireland. And you know what? I feel like there's actually not enough major cities in Ireland because this was actually very well, like, this are very well structured. So you know, I'm just gonna give England some good old chicken pox. I think that's better. And the islands decide something. Why be separate if we're better together? So they decide to unite together, forming Ireland. I've never had this colour of Ireland, so I'm going to shift it to be a bit greener. I swear not all my Irelands are going to be green, I just want it to be a bit greener. Yeah, that looks good. Just gonna be it. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. Anyways, I think that we should head over to where is it? Here it is, the economy layer. And why do I think we should go over to the economy layer? Well, it's not just gonna be the economy layer. Over here, over here, there's gonna be an alliance made. Let me look for what alliance hasn't been used yet. I mean, what shape? So triangle, yes, there is. Yeah, there is. Is there a hexagon? I don't think that there is. Also, I need to move these guys as one. So how about I do that now? Okay. I don't think that there's a hexagon, so I'm going to be using the hexagon. Down here, there's going to be an alliance made between Northern Australia, Tanzania, New Zealand, Western Australia, Indian Australia, I think, Indonesia, Borneo, and the Philippines. But not just that. If we head on to the military alliance, I'm actually going to have to look for a shape that hasn't been used because I feel like every single shape's been used. There a parallelogram? I don't think. Yeah, there's not a parallelogram. So the parallelogram alliance is going to be made between basically every single country in this that isn't already in the economical alliance. Why is that so hard to say? So yeah, it's made between these five. Bing, bang, boom, bam, boom. So yeah, the world is getting more and more divided. But I say that, but an alliance is going to be deforming. And that is going to be the triangle. I'm kidding. It's going to be the Diamond Alliance. Maybe because it was actually formed to sort of like, I think it was formed to stop Bulgarian expansion, but Bulgaria is very small now. Yeah. So, what's gonna go on for the world? Well, there's actually something surprising. The world's gonna go into a bit of like a peaceful era. Cause like there's like no major powers because like the Americas are fully decolonized. Like they're fully decolonized. Asia never had any colonies, I don't think. Like Oceania and Africa are fully decolonized. And Egypt's also very happy. So like there's just nowhere to go. So I would say, I think last video I said it ended in 1927. After what I said, like after this like current like what happened until now, I'd say it's 1931. And a few things happened in like those years. Like as I said, like the economical alliance was made, as well as the military alliance. But a few new nations are going to be joining the LS. Where's the shape? Here it is. Those countries are going to be Baja California, a few like Aztec or Mexican nations. I forgot what I called them. This green country is going to be joining. These two countries are going to be joining, as well as Lake Victoria, or the Victoria Nation, whatever you want to call it. Carthage. Another country that we see join, surprisingly enough, it's Scotland. This gold country joins. Going down here, every single country in Oceania is in it. So setting our sights north. This pink country joins. This country that wants all the rivers joins. This country, this gold country, and this pink country join. Going over to here, Greece's puppet state joins. And finally, but probably not least, I don't know, the last country joining is going to be this Uruguayan country. I think that's where Uruguay is. So if I just colour in all of this, it's gonna take a sec, so I'm just gonna yap on. Apart from this event and the prior events, like, that's all happened in 4 years, and the world's gonna go into a bit of a dormant phase, where I don't... Why? There's always one! Sorry, but where the world's gonna go into a bit of, like, a dormant state for a bit, where just, like, nothing really happens. It's a bit like the interwar period in World War II, except that did have stuff happen. But this is gonna have maybe 1 or 2 minor events happen. But none would really happen, like, none would, like, end up with a border change happening. Although, there is one thing that happens. The nuclear. As you can see, Franco-Iberia has 1 nuke. And it took them a while to get this 1 nuke to be absolutely perfect. But now that they know how to make it, they can start making more. So they end up making more. And after a while, they end up with 8 nukes. I feel like that's larger. Okay, no, never mind. But yeah, they end up with 8 nukes. And a few other countries managed to get this technology. And those countries are going to be the following. The French, the Belgians and the Dutch, and the Romans and the Greeks. And each of them end up with 1 nuke. With the exception of 2. The Romans, who gain 3, as they have, let's say they have a lot of uranium, I don't know. And the French, who have 5. Actually, I'm gonna slightly darken this color. Okay, yeah, that's better. And this is going to end up with something happening. Once again, a new layer. Jesus, how many new layers am I making? Actually, I'm gonna make another new layer, like, but this isn't gonna be related, just for, like, future episodes. Nuked land. This isn't gonna be happening right now, it's just I figured I should do it now. Anyways, the actual one is going to be nuclear alliances. And there's a few that are going to be made. And they're all going to be represented by stars, as not many are going to be made. And I'm going to be showing a key, as these aren't going to be regular alliances, they're going to be nuclear alliances. If I just copy and paste this, and then I do it again, I can show you exactly what each one's going to be. First of all, The light red alliance. That is going to be trying to get nukes. The regular red alliance is just going to be like nuclear pacts. I'm going to change this slightly, just so it's a capital P. That is an O, that is the P. There we go. And the last one is going to be the Dark Red Alliance. And in fact, it's going to be the same Dark Red as the actual nuclear color. And that is going to be nuclear prevention. And that is it's basically the opposite of the pink, like the light red one. It's trying to prevent people from getting them. And I'm going to just drag this into the Pacific. I mean, the Atlantic, just so it doesn't get away. Anyways, a few alliances are going to be made. The first one, between Franco-Iberia, the French. Actually, no, I don't even need to say it. Just all current nuclear powers. And if I just color this in correctly, this is taking a sec, sorry, I just want it to be perfect without any like random little non-colored pixels. Anyways, this isn't going to be the only alliance that's being made, as a few more are going to be made. The first one that's going to be made, I didn't color in Greece. You know what? Actually, no, I'm just going to bing, boom. Another one is going to be made, and I'm going to have a special thing for this thing. As shown by this, they aren't all different shapes. That's because I'm going to be having 3 shapes. Like, there can be one for the pink, or light red, one for the regular red, and one for the dark red. Because I feel like there's going to be a lot of shapes, and I'd rather not have there be a billion if I also have this, this, and this, because it's already pretty complicated with just one. So, the nuclear alliance over here is going to be made by the Floridians, the Americans, the Colombians, and finally, the Quebecians, or whatever they're called, the people in Quebec. And if I just color these in, you can see, ta-da! Anyways, there's a few countries that are going to be making a nuclear prevention one. Because they know what nukes can do if you saw the Wixo 37 post. But if you didn't, then I will read it out for you because I am wonderful. Be quiet, YouTube. Where is it? Here it is. They've gone too far. They won't be able to revert this. Everyone wants the technology, and if it advances too far, it will end everything. As you know, everyone wants it. But if it goes too far, it will end everything. Which is why these countries are going to be making the Worldwide Nuclear Prevention Pact, or whatever you want to call it. It's going to be made between a few countries worldwide. Those countries being this, like, Icelandic, Greenlandic, whatever. China, the NOH, Tanzania, South Africa, Antarctica, I'm joking, Patagonia, and finally, Texas. These countries are mainly getting it for joining it for different reasons. And I will explain each reason. Okay. Iceland. If they get nuked, they have barely any livable areas, so they don't want to get nuked. Texas. They just don't want to be next to a country that can. They don't want to be next to two countries that can get nukes. Technically free, sort of. Patagonia. If anywhere near Antarctica melts because of like radiation, they're gone. South Africa. They are mainly trying to make sure none of the southern half of Africa, or hell, even all of Africa, can't get a nuke. China doesn't want one. I mean, doesn't want anyone to have them just because they're a bit spiteful. The NOH don't want it because they are very, very peaceful. And Tanzania doesn't want them because they hold very strong relations with the nations of Franco-Iberia, Greece, and oh, I just realised that one's covered, and France. So they don't want them to like go too like power hungry with this. So yeah. Anyways, that is probably the last thing. Let me just see if there's anything I want to do real quick. No, there's not. Actually, no. There's something I'd like to ask you guys, and it's not Wixer related in the slightest. Let me just make sure that all of the world is in frame while I ask this. Okay. So I made a new reactor 2 days ago, which is the fella that you're seeing in the left corner. Like this guy. And you know, just to indicate it a bit better, I am just going to... how do I do this? You know, I don't have to do this, I'm just going to go into the center. Hello. So, I have a question for you guys. Do you like this reactor more, or a new one that I made yesterday? No, not yesterday, the day before. Which looks like this. I'm too big for the screen. It looks like this. I think this one could be better because, as you can see, it faces the left side of the screen. And that's good because, well, I'm on the left side. I mean, I'm on the right side. So looking over there would be pretty good. I'm probably going to be using this for streams. I just wanted to know what your guys' opinion is, just so like I know what to use. Because if you guys like one more than the other, I'm probably going to be using that one, like the one that you like more. But if you like both, then I'm going to probably use both interchangeably. Although I will probably be using the new one for streams. Anyways, this is the last thing of the video. Sorry that you've been looking at this for a while. This is the last thing, and I hope you guys have a good either day, lunch, or evening when you see this. And I will see you guys tomorrow, or probably, actually, yeah, probably tomorrow, because I'm probably not going to be recording this, premiering it tomorrow, and then recording a video tomorrow and uploading the same day. Anyways, good.